All right, we are going to be doing a full, all-out face look, okay? I mean, I'm talking hardcore, full-out, all-product face look, okay? Except for our eyes. The eyes are already done. So, I mean, they're kind of done, but we're just going to go with that, okay? So, we're going to start out with, I've already done my Glorious Face Primer. Okay, so my skin's prepped and ready. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to start with contouring, okay? We are using our Sculpting Trio, okay? Trio Contour. I'm using it in light. It comes light, medium, and dark, okay? So, it comes with a little guide. Can you see that? To show you where to put each product and things like that, okay? But I'm not necessarily going to follow the guide, okay? So we're going to take our bronzer color, and this is the contouring brush, okay? It's got an angled side and a flat side. I'm taking my angled side, putting it into my contour just like that. Now, if you need to, find the hollows of your cheekbones. If you have a round face like mine, you can do the fish face and suck in. And you see right there, okay? Right there. Now, it doesn't matter what face shape you have, okay? If you have got a heart-shaped face, okay, you're still going to want to find your under your cheekbones, okay? So, that goes for every shape face, okay? Remember, we are going to pretend we have an imaginary line that runs from the tip of our eyebrow all the way down. And all of our face products, our bronzers, our highlighters, our blushes, everything is going to stay behind our imaginary line, okay? The reason we do this is so that we will look younger, okay? It gives a more youthful glow. It gives a lifted look, which round face, chubby face like mine, I need all that I can get. I want my face to look slimmer. I want it to have some structure to it. Okay? So, we do our imaginary line right here, okay? And nothing goes past that area, alright? So, I'm going to turn my head. I'm going to put the brush at the very end. Okay? So, I can see where that is. So, I'm going to pick up a little bit more. And I'm doing it from right here at the top of my ear down. Okay? Just like that. We'll do the other side. Okay? Just like that. And you notice I'm doing this before I do my foundation. Okay? There's a reason why. Okay? I just like, because this is a cream product, I like to put it on before I put anything else on, okay? So I'm just going to leave it like that, because when we put our foundation on, I'll show you what's going to happen, okay? So don't be freaking out. Don't be like, oh my gosh, you know, it's going to look like I got a dirt streak. I promise you it's not. We're going to take a little bit more. Because I have a round face, I'm going to put some up here, okay, along the hairline, okay, because, and I do it all the way across like that, because I want my face to look slimmer, okay. Then, take the tip of this, and you run it down the side of your nose like that on both sides. Okay. Just like that. Okay. You can also, if you've got a very round face like mine, you follow it along your jawline like this. Just like this. Okay, and it gives you that shadow effect. So now, depending on your face shape, you will contour in different places. If you need to know that, you and I can have a private consultation off the video, you know, that kind of stuff, and I will help you with your placement, okay? Then we have our cream to powder luminizer, okay? It's the Olive Mode cream to powder luminizer, and this is the color Benevolent, okay? We're not going to put that on just yet. I just wanted to let you know what that was because I showed it at the very beginning, okay? So, we can, at this point, take the third one, her pink lady right here, okay? The middle one, the middle, right there, is powder. The third one is a cream, okay? So we're going to take the flat side of our brush, okay? And then we're going to find where our orbital bone is, okay? And we're going to highlight the top of it, okay? With our cream. Let's get good. Okay? And remember our line. So we're just going to highlight right there, okay? On top of our cheekbone, right under our orbital bone, okay? And down the middle of our nose, okay? Just like that. You're going to do it on top of your lip, right there in our dip, in our Cupid's bow, okay? You can do it any place that you feel like you need highlighter. Again, it's going to depend on your face shape, okay? So, contour done. Now, we're going to go in with concealer, okay? We're going to take our concealer brush, just like this. You only need the size of a pinhead, and I am to my very last of this. So I have to squeeze kind of hard and then way too much comes out, okay? You don't want to do that. So, we're going to do our triangle under our eyes, okay? Because in order to have that youthful glow of a look, okay? You want to have a lighter area as your spotlight, okay? And what this does is this spotlights up to your eye makeup look, okay? So, we've done everything on the back side to lift our faces, to slim our faces, to give a youthful look. Now, under our eyes, this is what we're doing with our concealer, okay? And I love this concealer because it is very full coverage. And like I said, you honestly only need a pen size amount to do under your eyes. I might have put a little much. That's all good, okay? Because I'm going to take my middle finger and start pressing it into the skin, okay? Then when I get up close to my eye, I'm going to use my ring finger because it has lighter pressure. Okay, and just like that. And again, we do a triangle to lighten this area, to bring a spotlight up, so everything looks lifted, everything looks youthful, sorry. And then your eyes become the showcase. Your eyes and your lips become the showcase of the face, okay? And that's what you want. You don't want people looking at your skin. Okay, I mean, you just want to have good glowy skin that looks healthy and youthful and taken care of, and you really want the focus to be on your eyes and or your lips, or both. You can do both, it doesn't matter. Now, we're just going to let that sit for a minute. We are going to go in any little spots that I think need a little extra coverage, which on my face right now is a whole heck of a lot of them. We're just going to use our leftover concealer that's on our brush. I didn't pick up any more. The cap stayed on it. Whatever was left on the brush is what I've used, okay? So, I'm going to let that sit. Just take my finger. Sometimes our fingers are our best tool. Make sure your fingers are clean, obviously, before you do this. If you're not comfortable using your fingers, you can use your dry foundation brush. You can use a dry blending bud, any way you want to do it, okay? I just like my fingers for this little part. Okay, just blend it in really good. And I didn't use a lot of concealer on these spots because I know what my foundation can do for them. If I feel like I need a little bit more on certain areas, I'll do that. Okay, I mean, nothing, it's really up to you how much coverage you want with your concealer underneath. Remember, you can always go back at the end and do concealer on top of the foundation, okay? That's not a problem. So we are taking our Liquid Gold Touch Mineral Liquid Foundation, okay? Make sure when you do it, you squeeze all the excess out, screw the top on, and shake it really, really good. Because it is, it's got some peptides and some oils and things like that that are really good for your skin. It will separate because the color is actually minerals, okay? Like you think of like loose minerals for your face and things like that. That's what this is made out of. So just shake it really good. Take any foundation brush that you want. I'll actually take our foundation brush. It's got the hole in the middle of it. So you can put your foundation right in the hole. Okay. I'm almost out of this, so I used about 3 big drops. And then you can stipple this just like this, okay, all over your face. Just stipple it out of the well, okay? So that's the 3 big drops covered my whole face, okay? So I'm not going to go in and add any more just yet. Now, one of 2 techniques that you can use. You can either buff it with just circular motions just like this, okay? And I'm buffing it over the contour. You can still see a little bit of the contour, okay? Okay, I just want you to realize that. Okay, so you can buff it. And I'm doing it over the highlighter on the nose. It's okay, because it still shows up. Alright. Or if you are like me and have really dry skin, and I have like large flaky patches right now on my skin, I stipple, okay? I tap it in like this. Just a tapping motion, okay? Or if you feel like after you've tapped it, you need to buff it some, we can buff it, okay? But I just like the tapping motion better because when I blend, because my skin is so dry, you can see right there, it just picked it up. Because all it was doing was sitting on top of that dry skin, okay? Now, my skin is not dry because of any of our products or anything like that, okay? I have dry skin because of medicine. I have several autoimmune diseases, and they all require very, very heavy medication. And when you're on that much medication, your skin just dries out. I don't care what you use. I've used for years before I started selling Unique and I got into Unique. I used everything from dollar store stuff for your face, makeup and cleansers and things like that, to very, very expensive, exclusive lines. Upwards of $950 for a moisturizer, which in my mind, I think of that and I'm like, that is the craziest thing. But I was trying to fix my skin from what was happening to it. Okay, and that's why I have so many red spots and acne and things like that. So this is a great tutorial if you have cystic acne or anything like that, or you've got discoloration. This is the tutorial for you as well, okay? I'm going to just use a little bit more, just 2 more little, just to cover the bad spots on my face, because it is embarrassing to me. I know that nobody's looking at me going, oh my god, girl's skin, blah, 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 blah. But we're all paranoid of that kind of stuff. So, and plus, it makes me feel better personally to have it covered up and to look smooth and, you know, get it good around your nose too. Just like that. So we're just tapping it in, okay? Now, this will dry down to a powder fill, okay? So, if you, excuse me, my nose is running. I'm so sorry. It's the worst thing during a tutorial is when your nose starts running. So if you just like a lighter fill, you probably won't want to powder on top of this, okay? The decision is yours. I always powder because I like that matte finish, okay? So now, I'm going to take the highlighting cream, okay? And we're going to put a little down our nose, put some right here, okay? A little bit right here. Just dot a little bit down here, okay? And that is in the color Benevolent. That is our cream to powder luminizer, okay? So, while that's setting up, we're going to powder under our eyes. We're going to take the Touch Behold translucent powder. I've got some videos that I don't know if they'll be put up before this one or after this one, but videos about if you don't like to powder under your eyes, ways to avoid it and what to do. But since I'm doing an all-out, glammed up look, we're going to powder under our eyes, okay? And I just use the translucent powder to do that. As you can see, even with all of that foundation that I put on, the redness in my cheeks right here is popping through already, okay? See, I am covering it, covering it, covering it. And that is just the way my skin is designed, okay? At the moment, I have this red flush mask. I have this red flush mask that shows up no matter what I do, okay? I mean, so I apologize for that. Okay, so we're going to use the Mineral Touch pressed powder, okay? You can, if you don't want any additional coverage on your face, which is what this is going to give you because it is tinted, okay? You can use the translucent powder all over your entire face, okay? The call is yours. But because this is a super heavy foundation powdered look, I'm going all out. And you can still see the highlighter through the powder because it dries down to a powder itself, okay? Now, always remember to do your neck with your foundation and your powder so everything is even, okay? You want that smooth look all the way down, okay? So now, we are going to take Beachfront Bronzer, okay? This comes in 3 colors: Sunset, Malibu, and Hermosa. I might have gotten the order wrong on those. I know this is Sunset and it's the lightest. This is what I use, okay? I'm actually taking our blusher brush because it's angled. Just dipping it in, tapping off any excess. And remember our magic line. We're just going to put it on right here where we had already put that bronzer, okay, earlier, where we put the contour. Same thing up here. You can still see the contour coming through. Same thing down here. We're just going over it with a powder bronzer, okay? So, after that, I normally do not wear blush because my face gets so red. But for today's look, and so we can differentiate and all those things, we're going to use blush. We're going to use Seductive. Okay, that's the name of it. It's that color right there. Okay, taking another blusher brush, tapping it in, really knock off any excess, okay? Same thing, remember our line, it goes between our bronzer and our highlighter right there, okay? Right there. In that little bitty space we have right there, okay? And that is going to give you that lifted look. If you want to bring it down some more, you can. You don't have to follow my suggestion of the invisible line. I just know that it just helps things, and that's what we want. So now, if you feel like this needs to be blended, take your powder puff brush, nothing on it, tap over it in a circular motion like this, and you just blended your blush and bronzer together right there. So it's more of a flawless look. Now, we're going to go back to our Trio Contour Kit, okay? And we're going to take the middle one because it's a powder, all right? So, you can use this brush if you want to. I personally like using the flat foundation brush. So, just pick up the powder, knock off any excess. We're going to come through and just dab. And I actually bring this a little farther down, this highlight right here. I just bring it about to right there. Down the middle of our nose, our upper lip, our chin. Okay, you can do it above your eyebrows right here. Okay, to give them a nice glow. You can do it right here in the middle. Do the Y all the way down. Okay, you can even do it under your bronzer right there. Okay, so now that we've done that, our face is done, except for now you would go and you would do your eyebrows. I've done a couple of tutorials on those that I've already put out. Then you would do your lipstick, and finish up anything else you need. And after you've done all that, take the Touch Behold setting spray, okay? because this, we want to lock this in, okay? Because we've used a lot of product, but it's given us this flawless, youthful, good look, okay? I mean, ignore my red that's coming through right there, because you saw even with powder, I can use the sponge and just for demonstration purposes, powder it a little more so it won't show as badly. But yeah, there's just honestly nothing I can do about it. But there you go. Our flawless face. Everything's covered. Everything's smooth. We've thinned our face out. We're good to go. So our eyes are done. We would have done our lips. I've already put a bunch of tutorials out about lips. I'm sure I'll do more in the near future. And I've put a lot of eye looks out, and I'll be putting one out about the eyeshadow that is on my eyes today. It's our new pressed eyeshadows that are coming out. So I will do a tutorial about those soon as well. So take your Touch Behold setting spray 8 to 15 inches away. Spritz your whole face. Close your eyes when you do it. And you are set. This will dry down. Don't do anything after you spray your face. Don't like wipe anything off or anything. Let it go ahead and dry down. Because if you touch your face right now, it's a little bit tacky. It's just the peptides and the ingredients in that help moisturize your skin. And so it just feels a little tacky, and you don't want to mess up your makeup that you just worked really hard on. So there we go. That is our full face with contour, powder, bronzer, blush, our liquid gold foundation, and our a la mode luminizer, which I love them. We also have them in a powder luminizer as well. And when all that's done, sometimes I feel like I take a fan brush and I just run it in there. And I sometimes will just run it down the tip of my nose and just back through this area, across my lip right there, and in the little Y area right there. And see, it just gives you that extra, if you want to be a little extra and get a little, you know, sassy glam, that's how you do it, okay? You take your fan brush, you take your luminizer, your powder luminizer, and that's what you do. I use Benevolent because that's what I used in the cream to powder stick. There's also Lustrous and Iridescent and Supported. Nope, just I lied. That is a blush. Sorry. It just came in special packaging. So it's those three colors. I think there are actually 4. I just don't have the 4th one in them. Because I have Lustrous, Benevolent, and Iridescent in the sticks. Okay. So that's how you just give yourself a little bit of a glow. If you want to, after you do the glow, you can go back in and just spritz right down the middle of your face, mainly where you put it. Lock that in. You're good to go. So questions, comments, things like that. If you want me to help you figure out where on your face to contour, where to put the contouring cream, where to put the bronzer, the blush, the highlighter, all those kind of things for your face shape and for the look that you're going through to do, I will be more than happy to. Again, this is probably not an everyday look for everybody, because it does take some time. Once you get in the habit, though, it doesn't take as much time, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is a full coverage, full face, Instagram worthy face look. So if you've ever wondered how they do it on Instagram, and things like that. You see all the Instagram models and stuff like that. That's how you do it. I just did an Instagram worthy foundation, contouring, powdering, blushing routine for you, and highlighting. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon. Bye.